Welcome back to Swordbox. Let's check out our verse for today. And he arose and came to his father. But when he was still a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. Luke 15:20. You know, a few months back we did a interview with a runaway, and the runaway was my son. And we talked to him for a while about why he had run away. He'd come back to visit. And it was a pretty sobering interview with him. Of course, being his dad, my heart went out to him. You know, this passage in Luke talks about, it's a beautiful picture actually, of how God looks at us when we get away from Him. And I guess I didn't realize how much it must hurt God when we run away from Him and we disobey Him, until my own son had run away. And the pain is actually indescribable. You know, Jesus wept for Jerusalem. He wept for His people because He loves us. And I felt the same way for my son. Today we're going to do a short interview with him. He has returned home, thank God. And that's why the verse Luke 15:20 talks about the father running back to his son when he was still a ways off. And I know my son's got a ways to go. But he is home, and I do thank God. And thank you for your prayers. Alright, this is my son Jesse behind the screen here. You've come home. Welcome home. It must have took a lot of courage. Can you tell me anything you learned? You were gone for about 2 months.
It all gets old.
Okay. So at first it was what?
Fun.
It was fun. Okay. Can you really run for your problems, or do you just create more problems?
You can run from them, but you're gonna create more problems.
Okay. Well, you have learned some stuff. I feel that even though you're home, you know, you're still a ways from where, not just where I want you to be, but just from talking to you, you're not really where you want to be yet. Is that true?
That's true.
Okay, but you made the big step, and that was coming home, right?
Yeah.
So what, you know, I asked you before, when you had first went away, your attitude was a lot different than it was now. I asked you what you would say to kids who might be doing the same thing, and your attitude was, well, nobody should tell you what to do, and kind of a no rules type attitude. Do you still feel the same way about that?
I mean, I still don't like following rules and stuff, but
I understand that.
I don't know. For me, I think I never would have learned unless I would have ran away. So
Okay.
there's some people that, you know, you gotta do it to learn. But
Right.
as a rule, I would say just stay at home. It's gonna save you a lot of problems.
So you did learn that, I mean, no matter where you go, there's boundaries and there's rules. Just because you went away from home, if you go to stay with some other family or stay with other friends, there's still rules, right?
Most of the time.
Right, most of the time. Okay, well, I mainly want to do this interview to say thank you for coming home. I'm proud of you, and I want people to know out there, maybe their teenagers have ran away and they haven't heard from them in a long time. Just keep praying. There's hope. You know, my son's not perfect, but guess what? Neither am I. And we're just going to keep trying to be a family and keep trusting God. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Jesse.